Hello, potassium people. Welcome back to another Banana Bites, where I'm eating this banana and asking Valve to please add the strange second banana to TF2 for another day. It's been a long time, but before I go crazy and before I eat the banana, I just want to talk a little bit about thinking without a conclusion, without a clear goal, right? So, I've been thinking a lot. I do a lot of thinking, believe it or not. I know it probably seems like it's empty up here, but I promise I do a lot of thinking. And I realized something. See, most of the time, even if I want to set aside time to just sit and stare at a wall and try to come up with some kind of creative solution or idea to solve a problem, there are times where it's just nice to think about something without having a clear goal, without trying to reach a set conclusion. And the reason this is because, quite simply put, when you let your mind take an idea and explore every avenue that surrounds it, it lets you come up with ideas that are not railroaded into a specific, narrow solution. Granted, with thinking, there's so many different possibilities and ways you can go about it, but when you have the freedom to basically let your expressions and ideas go amok, decide what they wish, and there's no set expectations, you'll find that you'll think of things not even related to the original thought, and that maybe can create a solution for something that you didn't even know there was a problem for. I like to think of the specific scenario that people often set up as to the limitation of humanity's imagination. And quite simply put, it's the idea that, some people will say people can come up with anything. And others will say that even though there is a great sense of imagination in people, there is a limit, a very, very limiting factor based on our experiences. And oftentimes, for those people in the latter group, they'll go ahead and say, why don't you just imagine a new color? And then if you try and sit and think about it, it seems impossible. But surely, it's not necessarily impossible as much as it is just extremely narrowing down the possibility of a new color. And even if you do come up with it, how would you explain it? But I'm sure there have been people who have had dreams where there's some new, imaginary, fantastical color. And how would you describe it? Right? If you were to try and convey this thought to other people, you only have so much experience, so many words in any language to try and convey this. You can come up with a new one, but then how would they believe you? And at the same time, I think that in the realm of dreams, when there is no set expectation, something like that is a lot more feasible and actually possible. But I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to say for sure. But just, if you ever feel like you're having a hard time with getting an exact solution to something, you think it has to be a certain way, maybe just remove the expectation. And just think about it as a whole. So that's my banana bites for today. I'm going to go ahead and bite this banana, and we'll go on from there. And by go on, I mean go home. Eat your own banana. This is my banana. You go eat yours. Good banana. Another way to think of this is if you're tasked with baking some kind of recipe with a banana, and the only experience you have is a banana cake, well, it might be a little difficult to come with something besides a banana cake, unless you just let your mind go and think of anything that can happen with a banana, whether it becomes rotten, whether you make it, or whether it's not ripe enough, etc. That's when you can get into more possibilities. But if you only have one set idea and you try and think of new solutions off that one idea, it's a bit narrow. I can't stop saying narrow. I'll work on that. Well, potassium people, that's it. We're done. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Bye.